Hi guys! So I just got done doing my speech for the informative speech, and I talked about how students are becoming more and more stressed out as they grow older and become more experienced with school, and as they head on into harder levels of education. And so this is my reflection vlog on my informative speech. What was the purpose of the speech? The purpose of my speech was to inform people about how students are suffering from stress and how it's affecting not only their grades but also their personal lives. How did you feel going into the speech? Going into the speech, I felt a little nervous about recording myself through a PowerPoint. It's something I don't have a lot of experience in and I've never done before, but I think it was an overall pretty successful experience. Briefly define speaker ethos. How do you make your speaker ethos? How do you make sure that your speaker ethos were high? Well, speaker ethos is when your speaker is experienced and a reliable source. I think I made sure that mine were high by researching what I already knew a little bit about, plus having a little experience in being overwhelmed with school sometimes, I think helped by having a personal standpoint in my speech. Was your technology adequately prepared, and what could be done differently or better? I think I was prepared. I had an updated version of PowerPoint. I also had a microphone that I was speaking into and a headphone set that I used to listen to myself. What principles did you keep in mind when creating and designing your PowerPoint presentation? I wanted my PowerPoint presentation to come off in a serious manner, so I kept the colors low-key. I used a very basic and simple background when making my PowerPoint, and I didn't use any clip art or anything that would distract from the point of my speech. In terms of structure and organization, what element felt natural to you and what felt odd? Overall, the speaking felt natural, but just recording myself and being able to listen back to myself was a little odd for me. However, I did like that I was able to redo a slide if I didn't like how I sounded or how I said something, and that was really nice and convenient. How did you consider your audience when developing your speech? I wanted to consider something that was relatable, and since this is a class, I wanted to do something that was able to, for all students in the class to be able to relate to. When developing my speech, I thought more about the research side, not so much about personal side, but when doing my speech, I did put in a couple personal comments. What did you do in your speech that worked, what didn't work, and what areas of target can you improve on? I think overall everything did work, everything went really successfully, and I didn't have any problems with doing anything. For areas I could improve on, I definitely could have run through my speech a couple more times. I never feel that as a speaker I am always 100% prepared. There's always a bunch of other things that I can go through, and practice always makes it better. And finally, connect your learned experiences to the class readings and concepts. I would like to connect this to Chapter 2, where it talks about the anxiety and how to overcome that. Going into the speech, I did feel a little bit of anxiety just because it's something I've never had a lot of experience in. Most of the time when I do a speech, it is in front of a small group or a crowd, and it is something I know a lot about. I knew a little bit about anxiety and everything, but I think that just being able to record myself through a PowerPoint was what really threw me off. So this is my video blog. Thank you guys for listening.